Hey everyone, I'm Demetri here.
And Ty the Guy 2800.
Here for another podcast. Now this was a little bit of an unexpected one because Nintendo just announced a Nintendo Direct for tomorrow.
Happy, joy indeed.
Now I'm pretty happy about that too. But with the Direct comes predictions, and they already announced some more details on Mario Tennis Aces. So that's already a bad sign right there that it's going to be a little bit of a disappointment. So you know what? All the people who are expecting Smash, you're going to be wrong. Smash is not going to be shown during the Direct.
I'm sorry, but do you guys really expect Smash to be announced on a Direct that was announced a day before it's coming out? Like, really? You don't think that they would save their big guns for E3? You don't. Like,
no, they're going to use them in some Direct that's announced to have some indie games in them.
Yeah, and might as well announce, I don't know, maybe Super Mario Odyssey 2 as well. Actually, that's kind of a stretch. But you get what I mean. It's ridiculous. I get that people are excited for Super Smash Brothers for the Switch. I am too. You are too.
I am.
I can't wait to play Smash. But it's so obvious that they're waiting till E3. It's getting to the point where it's just ridiculous. But I digress.
I agree with you there, because with Smash Bros, it's a kind of game that you announce at E3, but during a Direct, I think that's just for DLC updates on the actual game, but I don't think they'll announce it at all. But things I expect them to announce are the release date of Mario Tennis Aces, and maybe some new Switch styles or Joy-Cons. Like, they might have clear Joy-Cons, dark blue Joy-Cons, orange Joy-Cons hopefully, because I love my orange N64.
Well, I was actually going to say, they could very well be announcing officially Crash Bandicoot coming for the Switch.
Now, they possibly could. I think it's very likely that it'll happen, but I don't think that, we talked about this earlier, but orange Joy-Cons will be released in the same date as Crash Bandicoot for the Switch, because Crash isn't a Nintendo IP. But I'd be more than open to Crash on the Switch, because I like those kind of games, I like the old school platformers, and I think it'd be cool to have that on the Switch.
I think it would be awesome too. I grew up with those games. I have Insane Trilogy on the PS4. It's a great remake. But yeah, besides that, I do think we'll get one final Kirby Star Allies trailer. Yoshi, I'm not really sure about. I feel like Yoshi. What do you think? Because I'm kind of split, because I feel like we are gonna see it, and part of me thinks that we're not gonna see it.
Now that's a tough question right there, but with Yoshi, I wouldn't be surprised if I saw it in the Direct, but I wouldn't be unsurprised either, because it's just kind of a 50-50 chance with that. You know, it's a 2D platformer for the Switch. We're already getting Kirby, and I already made my thoughts on that. Kind of disappointing, but other than that, I think we could see some new Joy-Con styles, maybe Crash for the Switch. We could also see, you know, more Mario Tennis Aces footage along with a release date, because it's supposed to be for spring 2018. And other than that, maybe some Mario Odyssey 2 or Mario Odyssey DLC. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hold on a second. Evan, I feel like those rumors are kind of true, and some of them just kind of feel, I don't know, I feel like it might be true. I think the Luigi's Mansion DLC is a little bit weird, in my opinion. I mean, I know we never properly got a mansion world, a ghost house world, and the boos were never there. So, I mean, there's some truth to that. And they said there was going to be another DLC pack, which is, you know, it's obviously Isle Delfino at this point.
Yeah, because even on the collectible coin, it had Isle Delfino.
Right. So, do I think it'll happen? Yes. Do I think we'll have to pay for it? Of course. Unfortunately, hopefully we have a season pass, so I don't have to worry about paying for Isle Delfino. Listen, as long as it feels like it's worth my money, I'm okay with it. But yeah, I mean, I'll be okay with it. What are your opinions on it?
Now with the Mario Odyssey DLC, I feel like the Sunshine one, I'd be half and half on, because there has been evidence that Isle Delfino was going to be in the game, and if the DLC was actually released, it would prove that Isle Delfino was planned DLC, which I'm totally against. You know, Capcom does that, EA does that, but I don't expect that from Nintendo. But if it were well done, and at a good price, like, I don't know, maybe $11 like the Mario Kart 8 DLC was, I'd be okay with it. But if it's ridiculously priced, then no thank you.
I think each world will be at least $11 to $12, and the season pass will be like $20, which is pretty reasonable, I'd say. I think it will happen. I think they said April 25th for the Luigi's Mansion thing. It's totally possible. I think Isle Delfino will come maybe in August, which would be quite a coincidence. Besides that, though, do you have any predictions for things that we might see that we may not know about yet?
So one of my predictions is, we had a podcast about this a little earlier, maybe a new Wario game, because I looked it up. Nintendo trademarked Awazon, which is from Virtual Boy Wario Land, so we might see that as a 3DS's swan song, along with Link's Reawakening, which is another rumored title. So those two would be pretty cool, and I'd love a new Wario game, because I've been playing Wario Land 4 on my Game Boy Micro, and it's such a fun game. If only it wasn't for that time clock thing, it would be perfect.
Yeah, I know. I know exactly what you mean. I love Wario Land. I'm gonna say we're not gonna see a new Wario Land in this direct.
You know, it's entirely possible that it won't be shown, but I'm just throwing this suggestion out there.
No, I know. I'm just saying it won't because, you know, Nintendo just has kind of a habit with, like, not really caring about Wario. But I do feel like we will... there's a possibility that we might see the Link's Awakening remake. Why? Because it's popped up so many times before in so many different rumors that... And Aonuma, who's the producer of The Legend of Zelda, has stated before that they have wanted to do another 2D Zelda game down the line. So it's entirely possible that we could see Link's Awakening or Link's Reawakening. But what are your thoughts on that?
Now, I haven't played a whole lot of Zelda. The only game I really played extensively was Breath of the Wild. But I definitely think it's plausible, because every Zelda game pretty much has been remade. You had all the remakes for the Wii U. And I think it's totally plausible that we'd have one as a swan song for the 3DS. But at the same time, it's just a rumor, so there's no confirmation about it. But I would not be surprised at all if we saw it. What was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say. Here, I'll just fill in the time for you. Kirby Star Allies sucks. 30 frames per second is inexcusable.
Alright, how about third-party titles?
Third-party titles? You know, there's been a lot of rumors about a South Park game. I think it's called The Fractured Butthole for the Switch. I know, it's funny. All the South Park things have been inappropriately titled. Like, the South Park movie was called Bigger, Longer, Uncut. I'll let you think of that joke. But
yeah.
There's been a rumor about that, so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw that. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Crash. And there's been a rumor of a GTA 5 port, which, I don't know. Nintendo and Rockstar haven't really been friends.
It's, yeah, I mean, somebody was telling me maybe Fortnite on the Switch, but I just don't see that happening. It's just a little too new.
Now, what is Fortnite exactly? Because I've seen a lot of people play it, but I have no idea what it is.
It's basically kind of a survival game. It's kind of like Battle Royale, where it's like every man for themselves. Is it like every man for themselves? I haven't played it, but I've seen like videos of it. It looks interesting.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Fortnite for the Switch, considering how well the Switch is doing. I think that more third parties are being more nice to Nintendo in that sense, where they'd make games for the Switch, but Other than those three, I'm not really sure what to expect, because I have to admit it, I get Nintendo consoles to play Nintendo first-party games, like Donkey Kong, Mario, Kirby, Pokemon, Zelda. I really don't care about the third-party stuff.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say. Do you think we'll see more ports?
Unfortunately, I think you're right. I think Nintendo's going to release more ports. I'm not sure of which games. I don't think we're going to see a Smash 4 port. That's just ridiculous there, because there's been way too much time between the Switch's launch and a release of the Smash 4 port.
And we all know Sakurai. He's not going to make a port. Come on, guys. Really? You really think Sakurai is going to make a port of, his baby? No, he's going to make a brand new Smash title.
And that's exactly what we need. But as for ports, I think we might see some of more obscure Wii U titles. I don't know, maybe like the Wonderful 101 or...
That'd be interesting.
Maybe New Super Mario Brothers, I don't know. But only time will tell, and I really can't predict the ports.
If anything, if we're still on New Super Mario Brothers, I'd rather have it be a brand new Super Mario Brothers, with new mechanics and maybe an updated art style. I don't know. They'd have to convince me to get another new Super Mario Brothers game, because I was kind of
done after New Super Luigi U.
Yeah, exactly.
I just think if they're making a new 2D Mario, reveal that at E3, take some inspiration from Super Mario Land 2, and you're good to go. But for the ports, I'm not sure what they'll port, but I'm sure we'll see many of them. And by the way, the Switch isn't the first console Nintendo's focused on ports on. That's the GBA, because a lot of the games on that are SNES games.
Right. Oh, it might be too early to talk about this because it comes out later on in the year, but do you think that Capcom will let Nintendo show off a little bit more of Mega Man 11?
I would say no. I think that's more towards E3, but it could be possible, but I'm willing to say no.
I was thinking the same thing, but, I was just spitballing. I was just kind of thinking, what if they showed off, maybe a new 5 extra seconds of gameplay or something? I don't know. I was just spitballing. But, this isn't going to be, any special direct or anything. It's basically going to be reconfirming things we already know. Some little surprises here and there. I'm hoping that your Wario Land theory is right, and your Link's Reawakening thing is right. I'm not going to count on it, but, I'll have some hope. But, I'm keeping my expectations low tomorrow.
I'm keeping mine low, too, because if you keep them low, you can't really be that disappointed. But anyways, I'm Demeech.
I'm Ty the Guy 200.
And keep calm and watch the Nintendo Direct.